So I'm going to show you how to make my dark chocolate Rocky Road. Now, Rocky Road is never super healthy, but this is a slightly healthier version because I'm going to use really good quality dark chocolate. This is a lovely British brand, it's called Salcombe Dairy. And I'm going to use the one that says dark chocolate with no added sugar. Okay, so it's really lovely and rich. And you need about 100 grams of this. So I'm going to use this one, and also I'm going to use another one of theirs which is just called Midnight, which says it's a dark chocolate. So any really good quality dark chocolate will do. You know, you need to be going for at least 70% cocoa, but you can find ones that are 100%. So into that I'm going to put some coconut oil. So this is actually melted slightly. You may need to melt it down, and I'll show you that in a minute with the chocolate. But I've already got 100 grams of coconut oil in here. So I'll break the chocolate into small pieces, resisting the temptation to eat some as I go. And then what we're going to do is, once that's all broken in, then we're going to melt it. Because obviously with Rocky Road, what you're doing is you're making a really delicious dark chocolate sauce, if you like, and then adding some other really good things, healthier things, nuts, dried fruit, some oats. So again, this is slightly lower sugar, but I'm seriously not saying it's super healthy. But you know, it could be a good alternative to really high sugar Easter eggs, for example, if you want that kind of Easter chocolate treat, or any time of the year. So I've got here my dark chocolate, and that is in with the coconut oil. I've just put it over some hot water in a pan, and then hopefully that will melt down really quickly. So I think the key thing with dark chocolate is just to get used to the flavour of it. We've just become so accustomed to having really super sweet milk chocolate, full of sugar, full of palm oil. You know, check the ingredients, have a look at your chocolate bars next time you're shopping. And it can take a little bit of time to get used to having the darker chocolate. So my advice for that is just to wean yourself off the milk chocolate gradually. So say you're used to eating milk chocolate that's maybe 30–40% cocoa solids. You could start buying chocolate that's 50%, and then the next time you buy, you could buy 55%, 60%, until you know you're eating and really enjoying the 70% stuff. And who knows, you might even start to prefer it. You might find that even the 100% is really good to eat. And what I've found actually over the years is that my taste buds change, and sometimes all you need is a small amount of chocolate just to satisfy that little bit of sugar fix. And it's almost impossible to overeat dark chocolate. That's beginning to bubble away. That's the hot plate of my Argus. So I'm just going to move that to this one, which is slightly lower in heat. But you can see that's just mixing and melting really well. So this actually makes a really good chocolate sauce. You could use this over vanilla ice cream. You could pop it onto chocolate brownies, you know, whatever you want to make a really good quality chocolate sauce. It's a good one to do. Okay, so I think that'll be fine. Take that back over here, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to whiz up all the other ingredients to make the Rocky Road. So really easy to remember. It's 100 grams of pitted dates. So these are really giving you the natural sweetness. And then I'm going to use two tablespoons, which is about 100 grams of unsweetened cacao powder, raw cacao. So, or you could just use dark chocolate, you know, hot chocolate, not chocolate, hot chocolate with the sugar, but cocoa powder. Now that doesn't have the sugar in it. And then I'm also going to use 100 mils of almond milk. So this is actually a dairy-free recipe. You could use normal milk if you wanted. So that's going to go in there, and I'm just going to whiz that together, okay? Bit of noise. And then I'm going to add to that, once that's just had a little bit of a whiz, I'm going to add my cocoa sauce here, which is the dark chocolate with the coconut oil. Yeah, that's all melted down really beautifully. Oh my goodness, the chocolate smell is really quite sensational. It smells like some amazing chocolatier atelier making proper good quality chocolate. So let's just give that a quick little whiz again. There we go, that's all it takes. And then just scrape that down, because that is then the chocolate sauce sweetened with your pitted dates, and then that gets all mixed together with the other ingredients of the Rocky Road. Super easy. I mean, kids love making this. So into a bowl, I'm going to add 100 grams of a really good quality granola. If you can find lower sugar granola, then that's really good. I'm going to use 100 grams of rich tea biscuits, just broken up here. That's what gives you the nice crunchy bits. And then I've got 200 grams of dried fruit and nuts. And you know, this is where your goodness comes in. So I've got some chopped Brazil nuts, cashew nuts, flaked almonds. I've got some pistachios. I've got some dried cranberries, and I've got a few sultanas. So pop that in there like that. That's all my dry ingredients. Just give that a little bit of a stir together. And then this is where the magic happens. So I'm now going to add my chocolate mixture. Let's start by just scraping that down. And when you've mixed the whole thing together, this is a bit like a refrigerator cake. You just set it in the fridge. It takes a couple of hours really to set firm. So that is all getting scraped into my mixture. Oh, that smell, something else. I wonder who's going to get to lick out the bowl and the spoon. Oh look, it's just me in the kitchen. Oh, there we are. So mix this together. What you want to do obviously is make sure that all the bits of biscuit especially are well covered, so they're not too dry. So this is just the perfect quantity actually. If you want the full recipe, then don't forget you can find it in the link below. It's one of the favourites on Earlewellbeing.com. And it really is a classic family favourite. So that is beautifully mixed together. Really glossy, shiny, delicious dark chocolate coating. So I'm going to use a baking tray, but you could use a cake tin or anything really just to pop it in. That is just going to all tip into there, and then press that down. So you see, let me move that and you can get a better view of this. What I love actually is the green of the pistachio nuts just showing through, and the little nuggets of Brazil nuts and almonds, really good, high in vitamin E. The Brazil nuts, obviously, fantastic source of selenium. So, as I say, this is not a health food, but it is a healthier option. So when you press that down, you pop that in the fridge, and I do, of course, have one that I made earlier, so I'll grab that and show you what it looks like when it comes out. So what you can do, as I've done here, is you can keep a few of your nuts and dried fruits back just to sprinkle over the top because it looks pretty. And then the key, as with anything, is to enjoy in moderation, you know? That is the key, isn't it? You don't have to eat huge, great chunks. And I find that it's so rich and so satisfying that, you know, just a little piece like this with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, that's all you need for your sugar fix. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Hope you enjoy it.